what's going on, everyone? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today, let's talk about original movies. People want them. This is what they say. I hear this all the time. People aren't going to the theaters. I also hear this all the time. Why is that happening? Hollywood is pretty risk averse in general. Let's be real. And when they put out these original movies and people don't go see them, that level of risk starts to shrink. It starts to grow. My bad. It starts the other way. It starts to grow. They don't want to take it. It's too much for them. Now, I am not the biggest fan of the Wall Street Journal, but they did put out an article that I want to talk about today. And this is Hollywood is cranking out original movies. Audiences aren't showing up. New movies based on fresh ideas are fizzling at the box office. Written by a guy named Ben Fritz. Now, I personally do not like Ben Fritz. Why? This is the guy that helped kick off the adpocalypse back in 2017, which if you know any YouTubers who were still around back in 2017, we're talking 8 years ago. All right, I hold grudges because I had just bought a house when this motherfucker kneecapped me. Okay, helped to kneecap my earnings. All right, so I got a little bit of beef. But he's, you know what, a broken clock right twice a day sort of thing. Okay, so this article, he starts talking about films like The Amateur and films like Drop. Two newish movies, no, not newish, new films that came out this weekend that kind of had a little bit of a disappointing run. Drop, 7.5 million, The Amateur, 15 million. And they were hyping up The Amateur, man, to be like this big, massive movie. You know what I mean? Like this big Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, Rachel Brosnahan, spy thriller, revenge, Taken-esque type movie. Watch it in IMAX. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a bit of a take on Taken. Not to say that's a bad thing, but Rami Malek is not Liam Neeson. You know, if he was doing the same kind of monologue that we all know and love, like I have a certain set of skills, right? Sort of thing. You'd be like, I don't know, man, just go back to playing Freddie Mercury or maybe, Mr. Robot or whatever. Or the Prince from the Night at the Museum movies. Those are great films, by the way. But like Drop is one that is Christopher Landon, who was going to do Scream 7. This is what he made in lieu of doing Scream 7. After that whole thing fell apart, he did this little movie. And I mean, look, the budgets, comparatively speaking, for Drop are going to, the amount of return that $7.5 million is definitely going to work better towards something like Drop. Whereas The Amateur, it's gonna hurt it. That's not great. Now, Minecraft came in again this weekend with an $80 million haul. Okay, so people went to Minecraft. People did not go and see The Amateur or Drop. Why? Because movies like that, not gonna lie, guys, they don't really strike me as the let me go see this on the big screen type movie. And that, unfortunately, really is where we are in regards to what is going to do well at the box office. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Movies like, if you're not going to sit there and have tiered pricing systems, right, where new movies are going to cost more, but as time goes on, they cost less. Or movies like Minecraft, because they're more popular, are going to have surge pricing for tickets, whereas movies that aren't as popular are going to have lower prices. That's a whole mess of a situation, and not even one that I really want to dive into. But it's mostly just an idea of how do you get people to go see smaller films? They've got to be cheaper to watch. If not, you're like, I can just wait for streaming because the 45-day window. Or if they don't do well enough, these companies freak out and they go, hey, let's just put it on PVOD early after 2 weeks or something, if you're Universal, and go from there. Now, look, there's other movies like Mickey 17, The Alto Knights, Novocaine, Fly Me to the Moon, Red One, Horizon and American Saga Chapter 1, Megapolis. These are original movies. Mickey 17, $150 million budget, something like that. It's going to cost, or maybe more. It's going to cost Warner Brothers like $100 million from what they said. The Alto Knights is, Robert De Niro playing two mobsters that hate each other. It's an interesting idea, but it's also one that it's like, who is this for? It's for the older Robert De Niro fans that aren't showing up. So clearly, right, you've got like Jack Quaid and Novocaine, which looks really fun. That was also an IMAX, but it kind of came and went. Red One, I don't know why that was listed in here. I mean, that was obviously The Rock's attempt at building another franchise with another company that kind of failed to connect, even though I liked the movie. Horizon and American Saga Chapter 1, I mean, Kevin Costner put his own money into this one and Chapter 2. I don't know if Chapter 2 came out yet or not, but my whole point is that, like, you have these original films and people just simply aren't going. But fucking Minecraft, Chicken Jockey Minecraft, $280 million domestic in the first 2 weeks. I mean, it's spring break, which is a big factor. A bunch of kids, time off of school, they're going to go see it. Jack Black comes out last night at a screening and says, please don't trash the theater. I have no idea if the kids trash the theater or not afterward. I'd be like, you don't tell me what to do, Steve. And then, you trash. I'm kidding. I hate all that nonsense. You've got, like, the marketing is a major hurdle. How do you market these movies to people who largely are just not leaving their house? That's a big factor. How do you get them out there? All right, cheaper prices. I'm just going to say, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to beat my chest. I'm going to go horse in the mouth, the throat, the voice. Everything's going to go horse because you need to have cheaper prices. Obviously, there's still the post-pandemic slump. That's a big factor. And then again, people are just waiting. They're just waiting for it to go and be on home video because it's just easier. Physical media as a sales platform, as a media platform is starting to die. It's being propped up by niche and boutique labels that are now charging more and more and more money. And that is, again, going to shrink the market because the average person is not going to drop $45 on a 4K collector set of something that they may only just want the movie of. Like, studios need original movies, obviously. And sometimes they pop, sometimes they do well. But, like, they're not going to where the people are. And I think that's also a problem. Like, I really do feel like they need more outreach in, like, public areas, like going to, like, shopping malls in major cities and, like, putting up a little booth and, like, having the trailer there and, like, hey, check it out, sort of thing. Because if people aren't going to the movies, who's to say they're watching the trailers at home? Yeah, some trailers will get a lot of views on YouTube and a lot of views on social media. But still, in the comparison to the average movie-going public, it's still very small. It's so small, super small. Okay, like these franchises are having trouble, right? Like Thunderbolts is coming out. Sure, it's got a collection, a smorgasbord, if you will, of other characters seen in other Marvel movies. It's estimated to pull in $70 million in its opening weekend, which sounds great. But Minecraft just opened to $163 million. All right. Other Marvel movies have done up there as well. 70 million is like on the, it's a little bit slower side of the MCU. You've got Sinners opening up this weekend. Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, all the Haley Steinfeld simps are going to come on out and just coom in their pants when they go watch this movie. And if you follow Haley Steinfeld Twitter at all, those guys are weird and they smell, but they're going to show up probably. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what the tracking for this one is. You can watch Sinners in IMAX. This week, you can watch The Amateur in IMAX. Hey, guess what, folks? I'm not paying $25 a ticket to go see something that isn't Avatar or Star Wars in an IMAX. You haven't earned my money. And even looking at the trailers for Sinners, which looks really good, it's a dark as fuck movie. It is shot very dark. And I'm like, you're going to have that in IMAX? Okay. Let's see how it goes. And I'm talking about the cinematography. Anyone else saying anything else, like, literally suck a dick. Okay. Like, go fuck yourself. All right. It is go watch the trailer. That movie takes place in a darkened bar, where they're fighting off vampires and whatnot. All right. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. It looks good. I want to see it. It looks amazing. I really want to see it. Am I going to go see it in IMAX? No, I'm not going to go see it in IMAX. I'm not going to pay the money to go see it in IMAX. And and the reviews are good, but depending if I can get the time off of work, because my work schedule just got busier. And so it's like, if I can get over to the theater to go see it, I'll try. But at this particular point, me and a lot of other people like me the people who were the primary movie-going demographic of the 90s and the 2000s, going to the theater outside of big tentpole extravagant type of films, it is no longer a damn ass priority. And why is that? Oh, right, because it's too fucking expensive. And a lot of people, like Hollywood, are risk averse to wasting their money. Now, if these movies are good and they've got good, solid word of mouth, that can help. But other than that, it is it really requires a big marketing push to get this stuff into places where people are going to come out. And until these studios and these theaters realize that the best way to get butts in seats is to make it a value they cannot refuse, despite the fact that we as a culture will justify the cost of entertainment, when we're coming off in the midst of, I don't even know, a tariff war, where our electronics are potentially maybe going to be a lot more money. The Nintendo Switch 2 might now be over $500 because of the tariffs on China. All the financial uncertainty out there. How many people, how many adults, how many middle-aged folks that got a mortgage, a car payment, a cell phone bill, an internet bill, insurance bill, food bills, general shit that they got to pay for? How many of those people are going to come out and go to the movies at $25 a fucking ticket? All right. It's not happening. So people do want original content. They want original movies. They want to be entertained. What they don't want to be is nickel and dimed. And despite the fact that the streamers are raising their prices to the point where they're going to start pricing out people, they're the ones that get to dictate the terms of what a lot of people watch at home. So like I've said before, and I will continuously say this again, movie theaters in many ways are effing stuck. And if they don't budge, and if they don't figure out a way to get it cheaper, they are going to die. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It ain't my fault. It ain't your fault. It ain't anyone's fault for not showing up. When the cost is too damn high, you pick and choose what you spend your money on. Home video sales have shown that. That's why they're going more niche. Movie theaters are investing money into more extravagant IMAX, large premium format, 4XD screens, recliners. Who knows? Maybe like butt plugs. They're going to have butt plugs you can get. Watch 50 Shades of Grey 4D release complete with a butt plug. And it's just going to vibrate your prostate while you watch the movie, or lady parts while you watch the movie. Like, they're going towards that rather than the smart move, which is, I'm sorry, affordable entertainment. Sorry, I don't mean to yell. I'm sorry. It's affordable entertainment. And that's where we're away from now. And you know what? Again, it's their own damn fault. So that's where we are. I want to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know. My name is Matt. Peace out.